Okay, great. So let's move to another, a contending one, that is the issue in Rivers State. You brought out a statement in Rivers State about some of the findings that your commission, the committee you set up. What is the decision of the commission now about Rivers State? You going ahead to conclude by counting or releasing the collation of results, or what has the commission decided on Rivers State?
Well, her statement on the release on Friday was very clear. Really, if you read that statement, you'll find all the answers. But for the benefit of those who've not read the statement, Rivers State was suspended. The whole process was suspended because of certain things which were stated at time of suspension. A fact-finding committee was set up, led by a national commissioner, to go to Rivers State, and they went there and they're back. They submitted their report. And they now found that lots of results of the polling unit results were actually in our custody and are safe. Great. They found out that I think in 21 constituencies, declarations have been made. And that's the end of that. The return has been made, and state assembly seats, fine. But the voting was generally peaceful in most polling units, and were satisfied with what was on ground when the fact-finding committee went there. But there are certain areas where voting could not take place, a few areas. And there are also areas where everything had been concluded, we're going on to collation, and some collated results had been declared, some had not, before the suspension of the exercise. So we'll go back and complete that exercise. And the only point of, I call it, disagreement and due deference to the learned senior advocate in the studios there was when he said that was the INEC's opinion about soldiers and armed gangs. That wasn't an opinion, that's just a fact. We interviewed several people that were on ground, both our staff and other observers and people that were there. Interviewed them, and the facts were established as far as the committee is concerned. If it comes to litigation, maybe we'll have to reestablish those facts in court. But as far as the committee was concerned, facts were established that armed gangs overrode many places and the soldier was shot. But at the same time, soldiers as well took over the process. They overstepped their constitutional responsibilities and their bounds, and we said, no, that cannot be. So we welcome the statement of the Army that is going to look into that, Rivers State and all other states where this occurred. And I'm sure those who establish the facts with our committee will be prepared, if invited, to give evidence as to what they saw and what occurred in their especially collation centers. Collation centers were invaded by armed gangs in some instances, and in other instances by some soldiers. There was no doubt, no dispute about that. No more than men in uniform. Yes, some when were in uniform. So that is what we're going to go back, and we did say in the statement that we'll engage the military hierarchy, especially the army hierarchy, in Abuja, and talk to their people, engage them, and I'm happy they have kept on reestablishing the fact that they have a constitutional role to play. They will stick to professionalism and play that role. So that's part of what the engagement will be about early in the week before going back to conclude that process. And we hope that security will be well established there, and they will perform all their constitutional roles and stick only to those roles and be professional throughout. So that INEC is the body charged by the Constitution to conduct the election, count the votes, collect the votes, and announce the results. No other person or authority has that power, has that responsibility, and none should interfere with the process.
We'll take a short break, and when we come back, of course, we'll be talking about more on the 2019 election. The senior advocate of Nigeria, Robert Clark, is still with us. Mr. Osaziuzi is still with us on the program. Don't forget, analysis of the 9th Assembly. Who is going to be the Senate President? Who is going to be the Speaker? Where is it going to come from? Who is gaining the majority and the minority in the 9th